on the right, on the rhythm, helping me be on the beat track. So that clearly was not an elaborate Raga piece. It was a Meera Bhajan set to tune by late Hindi Queen Shobha Gupta ji, and I'm happy to have learned this. So that brings us to the winding up session of Raga and Shots. So what I really want to say is, I didn't really sing the Raga, but Meera Bhajan set to the following ragas. The first Tara was set to Marva, then followed by Lalit and a wee bit of Bhatia, and then the next two Taras were in Sohni. Well, I could have wound up technically with the last session, but I just wanted to get some cheap thrills with this, because you see these Hollywood movies and Bollywood movies where they will finish the whole thing and then they will run this bit about the making of this movie and show some snippets in the green room and whatever. So this was my attempt at getting these cheap thrills. So that is why this particular session, and I thought the best way to wind up is with a bhajan. So therefore, well, apart from that, what I really wanted to say about Raga and Shots, or the making of Raga and Shots, is that there is not some major conceptualization or design that, or major thought that can do it. Except that there was something that struck me when I was just going through one of my blog pieces where I had written this particular sentence where I said, if an artist is putting in a lot of effort and 200% in bringing out the raga or whatever, then the listener should also put in, some bit to be able to enjoy the raga. And I suddenly realized, who am I to demand that of a listener? An artist, it's an artist's job, or I would say an artist's passion, to bring forth the essence of the raga in such a fashion that we are able to draw the listener in right from the word go. Why am I thinking about how to get into the mood of it? I take myself so seriously that the lighting should be like this, the fan should be like this, blah blah, whatever. I get into the mood and then I sing that Vilambit with such a thing, and only then can I get into the character of the raga. So I thought to myself, what if I at least try to be able to bring that raga in a smaller fashion, that I don't exceed a 15-20 minutes time frame, and bring the essence of the raga. So that was the thought process. I'm not going to sit here and say which of the ragas I met with success or whatever. I don't know. I don't have any parameters or metrics to measure my performance on that score. But all I can say is I had a lovely journey through it, because as I realized that, as I went along, I realized it's a lot more difficult to bring the character or the essence of the raga in a shorter time frame without being able to slip into the mood and so on and so forth. So that meant I spent a lot more time with that raga to just be able to express it in that shorter time frame. So there went a lot more time in learning about that raga, its character, reading about it, and listening to a lot many more stalwarts, which gave me so many more interesting nuggets about each of these ragas, and which as a personal journey for me was just wonderful. How much of it I've been able to express, I really don't know, but for me personally it was so very fulfilling, except for the fact that Milind was not there for the most of it. But so there it is. That was what Raga and Shots was all about. I did experiment with big ragas like Bhairav, and also ragas like forms like Kafi and Bagla, and I had a wonderful time. And as I listened to more and more, I thought I should also be able to tell you guys my personal favorites and therefore my recommendations. Unfortunately, I won't be able to say who are my recommendations for this piece. I've searched and searched and searched. I did not get Shobha Gupta's original version of this Meera Bhajan. If you do, please let me know. I would love to listen to it. Or anybody else who has sung in the same fashion, I would love to listen to it. So where do we go from here after we wind up Raga and Shots? Well, shorts cannot be the only attire that we don on. So I'm really raring to go the whole 6 yards, maybe even the 9 yards. So as we wind this season and we get on to the next year, I'm going to experiment, or not experiment, but I'm going to just soak, lose ourselves in with Milind, with big, really huge big ragas, thought ragas. So what are thoughts, etc., not thoughts, well, maybe even thoughts and thoughts will be presented to you next year in 2022. The next edition is going to be called This, That and Thought. So here we go. A very happy new year to you guys, and see you.